Hello, hello, hello all. Welcome to my channel, or if you are a first timer here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome on back. My name is Naraya Ahava, and I'm here to just provide us all with a little bit of inspiration and motivation through life because life be lifing. So let me ask y'all something. Do you ever find yourself replaying the same awkward conversation from like 3 weeks ago or over analyzing a decision that you already made? That, my friends, is called rumination. And today we're going to talk about what it is, why we do it, and most importantly, how to stop it. So, what exactly is rumination, right? It's almost like when your mind gets stuck on repeat. It's looping negative thoughts, regrets, or worries, almost like a bad playlist that you can't turn off. It feels like problem solving, but it's not. It's actually just draining your mental battery. We usually ruminate because we're trying to find answers or protect ourselves from future mistakes. It feels like we're gaining control, but often we're usually just spinning our wheels about it. It's a mental habit. It's usually triggered by either anxiety, perfectionism, or just plain old stress. And let's be honest, sometimes we think if we replay it enough, we'll suddenly feel better. Spoiler alert, that doesn't work. So, I'm going to provide you guys with about 4 or 5 tips on how we all, myself included, can make sure that we don't ruminate over things that have already passed or we can't control, we can't do anything about it at this point. So we get out of that mental loop that sometimes you can feel stuck in. The first tip is notice it. Awareness is key. If you can label it like, oh, hey, okay, I'm ruminating right now. If you can recognize it, then you're halfway there. That's half of the battle. You have to be able to recognize when you're doing it so that you can implement some tools to make sure that you don't allow this to become like an ongoing habit. Secondly, interrupt that loop. After you notice it, you become aware of it, you interrupt it. Do something physical. Go for a walk, stretch, dance, drink water, literally anything to just shake it off. And the body can break the brain's cycle when you do something to distract yourself. So when you notice it, when you become aware of that, interrupt it. Just get up and go do something to interrupt the negative playback loop that you got going on at that moment. Number 3 would be just reframe the thought. Ask yourself, is this thought useful? Is there anything I can actually do about this right now? Is there anything I can do right now to change it? If not, then let's just park that and put it to the side. There's nothing worse than like feeling like you're stressed or aggravated or ruminating over something that you can't even do anything about. So it's not useful to sit and stress and worry and just ask yourself that, like, what is this benefiting me? Like, how is this helpful? If it's more harmful than helpful, let it go. Next, interestingly enough, set a worry time. It's weird, but effective. Give yourself 10 minutes a day to think about it, go over it, play it over in your mind. And when you're ruminating, sometimes things pop up, and then outside of that time, you can say, okay, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm going to ruminate at 6:30. So I'm not going to think about this. I'm not going to worry about this until that time. Because in some cases, it is like a legitimate worry. It could be something that you can actually do something about. You can put some action behind, but just stressing about it all day is not going to serve the purpose. So as you're going throughout your day, you're living life, you're doing whatever, set yourself a time and say, okay, at 6 o'clock for 10 minutes, I'll think about this. I'll figure out a plan for this. I will come up with something to fix this situation. But until then, put it on the back burner in your mind, literally. And lastly, practice mindfulness. Ruminating sometimes can be about the past or the future. It usually pulls you into one of the two. If you're ruminating, it's about something that happened 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, or you're ruminating about what if down the line. Mindfulness brings you back to now. Even just a minute of breathing, it helps you to remain present and not stuck in the past and not jumping forward to the future. Remember, you are not your thoughts, and you don't have to believe everything your brain throws at you. Have you ever noticed that a lot of times negative thoughts that pop up are usually easier to believe than the positive ones? That's why we always have to be very mindful of what we think, what we're allowing to kind of get into our psyche, because again, everything that pops up in your mind is not necessarily true, and you don't have to, it's not necessarily true, and you don't have to allow that to get in you or throw you off or aggravate you or anything. It's just thoughts that come and go. We think a bajillion thoughts a day. So don't let something that pops up here and there kind of throw you off. Breaking a rumination cycle, it does take practice, but it is totally possible. You know, you got this. We got this. If this helped, give it a like or share it with a friend or a family member that's always ruminating over something. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when I drop a video. So in the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next time.